to me, boy. Go, go, go. Yeah. Outstanding. Rock and roll.
Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another eSTRO versus Foreigners match. We have GosI Terran going up against, well, the ID is Island, but it's been a shared account amongst eSTRO for quite a time. And maybe even some other pro gamers. But this is actually KT.MGW Grape. This is a Protoss player that we actually saw Rhett defeat just prior to Rhett coming over to Korea. So, you know, one of the lower ranked players in the eSTRO house, but actually he's gotten a lot better recently. They actually see some real potential in him, other than doing laundry. If you recall, we nicknamed him the Laundry Protoss, because that is basically his chore in the eSTRO house. There's so much laundry to do, and he is good at it. So anyways, the map is Moon Glaive. We have Grape right here with Protoss. Up at the north position, we have GosI Terran. Now, GosI Terran, the WCG Mexico champion, you know, you got second in the ASL, and he's in the TSL round of 16. For any of you who didn't see him against Infernal, I seriously suggest you go watch that, commentated by me and Tasteless. Really great match. He really played superbly well. And GosI Terran is a player that I have been talking about a lot recently. You know, this kid, he wants to be a pro gamer. And as you see, eSTRO manager Juani giving a little chat right there. And so anyways, this is a player I've talked about a real lot recently, because he is someone who's really motivated, practicing really hard, and trying to get to Korea. A very high-skilled player, and I expect a lot of good things out of him, so I'm very excited to cast some more of his matches. And in addition to this, I will be doing some matches. I've already lined up some other young and upcoming stars from the Foreigner StarCraft scene to take on eSTRO players. So we will be seeing those, but today we're going to see another GosI Terran match. It just happened to work out like this. And, well, so let's basically see what we're going to see here. GosI Terran getting that quick gas. For those of you who watched the match versus Infernal, he did a lot of just barracks expansion builds. This is not really necessarily a good map for that, though. Now, Grape looks like he's playing pretty standard so far. Just going for that regular quick core. Now, Grape, I don't know his PvT so well. I'm not really sure what his style is in that. I haven't seen him play that before. I've seen a lot of his Protoss vs. Zerg only, mostly because of getting games against Rhett. So, you know, I'm not really sure exactly what we are going to see here. You know, the eSTRO house has both Reaver users and DT users, but also a lot of just straight-up macro tosses like Tester. And as we see here, Grape's age at 16. Thank you, Juani. And that's very close to GosI Terran's age. GosI Terran at only 17 years old. So very young players here. Quite talented. And here comes a Zealot. We see that he's opened up with a Zealot, getting range on this Cybercore pretty quick, but a good building placement here. And there we go. GosI Terran runs away there. And he's going to go right after that SCV, or is he going to run around? He's going to try to block with the probe. But GosI Terran, micro is spot on. But he keeps on attacking his buildings. He's attacked this barracks, and he's attacked the machine shop so far. The Zealot still with full health, and we have a Dragoon on the way as well. He's not going to want to take more damage with these Marines. He really needs them in the green to deal with both the Zealot and the Dragoon. And it looks like the Zealot realizes that he has been outclassed, going to run away. But coming back up with the Dragoon immediately, I am sure GosI Terran has to pull back here. There we go. Very good micro. We see he's only taken, looks like, maybe 2-3 hits from the Zealot overall, and a hit from the Dragoon. So he's microed quite well, eliminated the early threats that we've seen thrown at him. And, you know, we see the practice that he's been doing. I think it has been paying off. This kid is really training so hard. He has a match coming up against JF pretty soon. In fact, this might not be posted until after that match, so sorry. Anyways, so we see a robotics facility going up here. And it looks like pretty standard play. I'm surprised that we have not seen a Nexus quite yet. Instead, he may be going for Observer. He may be going for some sort of later Reaver build as well. not too sure yet, but GosI Terran, pretty standard play, going for that command center, going to get his expansion up, and it looks like it's just going to be a, maybe not even a siege expand. Looks like he's skipping out on siege for a little bit, perhaps, getting this quick second factory. It's going to allow him to put on some additional pressure onto the Protoss player, especially if he goes Observer Expansion. He's going to be very low on units. You know, he bought that early Zealot, lost it. It's done really no damage. But he is, in fact, going for Reaver, which is a very, very good counter to this fast expansion into pressure, which is what I think we're going to see GosI Terran doing here. The Reaver, you know, it defends and then gets back there and starts harassing before Terran is really in position. So this is a very good build against what GosI Terran's doing, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to come down a lot to micro-control decision-making. So we'll just have to see how that turns out. He's making some additional Marines, so yes, definitely we're going to see a pressure build here after this expansion. And I love seeing builds like this from Terran players. This type of build, it's just great. You just have to know when to cut it out, because this is not something really designed to kill your opponent unless he was ridiculously greedy. So what you do is you put on that pressure, you really force them into switching over into being defensive, kill a few units here and there, do all sorts of neat things like that. But watch out, his tank is in the wrong position. His Marines should have been ahead, but look at that, he does not end up getting the tank. And that's a pretty big deal. Oh, he does end up getting that tank, though. Pushes back up. The Dragoons have taken a reasonable amount of damage here. Two of them pretty low on health here. But he has the high ground advantage. He's got to be careful. A lot of vultures coming out. And now only down to one Dragoon. And I like the position we're seeing GosI Terran in right here. We see just one gateway over here still, but the Reaver should be out. And two Dragoons left, so you know this pressure build so far, putting on really good pressure. No expansion still for Grape, and you know, just two Dragoons left. So really, still he could go up and do some serious damage. So he's got his vultures up harassing a bit, and the tank's back at home. So that's good. He's going to be able to block this Reaver a bit, but we see a nice little move with the Reaver right there. Ooh, nice Scarab. Doesn't kill the tank as I'm sure he wishes, and now we're going to have to see how well can GosI Terran deal with this Reaver play. And this is, you know, it's Reaver play, so it's good practice for JF, but at the same time it's going to show JF perhaps some of GosI Terran's weaknesses. And so here we go. He's killed one of the tanks, and GosI Terran should be good as long as he can keep his SCVs alive. But oh my god, look down here. He has run by with the vultures. I'm sorry I missed that real quick. But he is getting some probe kills, so as long as he can stop this Reaver from doing excessive damage, he is definitely far ahead. Really nice play so far here by GosI Terran. We just have to see how he deals with this Reaver, as I've been saying. And looks like he's done a decent amount of damage over here. Still just one gateway, just making us some observers now as well. So, you know, this is really going to come down to how much more damage can Grape do with this Reaver, because GosI Terran right now, you know, just playing a very solid game and in a good position. Alright, another good Scarab. Still no siege, but I'm quite sure that's what is going on in there. And, oh, he loses another tank, so really not dealing with the Reaver so well. But, you know, he's done enough damage that he can be forgiven for that as of right now. Now, this Reaver, pretty low on health, as we see. Pretty low. About 19 hit points left on him. And the Vulture actually doing a sizable amount of damage. And, alright, GosI Terran now does have siege mode. You know, his SCV count is good, better than the probe count of the Protoss player. The second Nexus just finishing up, but you know, he hasn't gotten much SCV production out of this, so really economy-wise, we are going to see the Protoss player catch up pretty quickly here, because he is just not producing while the Protoss player really is. So really, right now, this Reaver cannot be dropped. You know, this tank will just one-shot it, but the Dragoons are coming up, and against just two siege tanks, this army of 4 Dragoons and the Reaver will be able to win, so really he's got to get these units down here. He has enough units to defend, but they're out of position. So anyways, now he is perfectly safe. And in fact, a couple Vultures over here scouting this Nexus, very good. GosI Terran very on top of it. Now, you know, you may be asking yourself, why are they playing these maps instead of TSL maps? You know, that would be the best practice for GosI Terran. And it doesn't have anything to do with heightened strategies from JF or anything like that. I don't think he cares about that at all.